For the first time in 4 years, the Bank of Canada announcing it is cutting its overnight interest rate. Kris McCusker joining us now to break down all of those numbers from the 680 Business Center. Kris, this is something a lot of economists were expecting.
Yes, and I'm sure a lot of mortgage holders cheering this announcement today, Mel. The Bank of Canada, now the first in the G7 to cut interest rates, and only the third country in the G10 to cut interest rates. Now, a quarter point, which brings the benchmark rate down to 4.75%. And yes, it was widely expected, but it wasn't a guarantee. Officials say they're more confident now that inflation is heading for that 2% target, and also says it's reasonable to expect further cuts. The bank indicating the easing path is now dependent on continued inflation progress, which policymakers say is likely to be very uneven. So read between the lines a little bit here, Mel. The first of what could be several interest rate cuts. We just don't know how that's going to play out going forward.
Well, that's what people are looking for, right? The Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem saying we've come a long way in our fight against inflation, but you can't necessarily make these predictions now. There are a lot of factors that can come into play before the next rate announcement, which is July 24th. What is the speculation between now and then?
Well, markets pricing in a better than 50% chance right now that we see another interest rate cut on July the 24th. But the Bank of Canada governor very clear that any decision going forward is going to be data dependent. And Mel, we've got 2 jobs reports set to be released before that next interest rate announcement. The first of those 2 jobs reports will be released on Friday. We're also going to get 2 updates on inflation. So those 2 data points will loom large for this announcement that comes up on July the 24th. I don't know if I want to call it just yet.
Okay, too early to tell. Kris McCusker, as always, appreciate your insight. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.